Welcome. In this video, I'll be talking about understanding negation and backtracking in Prolog. Please subscribe. So Prolog is a logic programming language that is widely used for tasks that involve symbolic reasoning and non-numeric computation. Two fundamental concepts in Prolog are negation and backtracking, both of which play a crucial role in how the language processes and evaluates logic statements. So negation in Prolog. In Prolog, negation is handled using the concept of negation as failure. That means that to determine the truth value of a negated statement, Prolog attempts to prove the positive form of the statement. So to prove a negation, a negated statement, Prolog attempts to prove the positive form of the statement. If it fails to prove the statement, the negation succeeds. So if it fails, negation succeeds. It is important to know that this approach works under the closed world assumption. Anything that cannot be proven true is assumed to be false. So we're going to give one example of negation. So we have the following code, bird, piggy. So we have a Prolog database. Bird, Polly, and cat, whiskers. So I'm going to put, so that this is the Prolog database. So let's say we want to check if something is not a bird, we can use negation. So if something is not a bird, we can use negation. So in your prompt, let's say you have the program in your compiler, let's say you have the prompt, this is the prompt. So what you're gonna type there is first you're gonna load your database, your Prolog database. So load it. and then you're gonna type bird. No, I'm sorry. You're gonna type the negation statement. You're gonna. So we're gonna use the negation the negation operator, which is backslash and then plus, and then you're gonna search for bird with the name Whiskers. So what's gonna happen? So here the backslash and then the plus sign is the operator for negation. Prolog attempts to put bird whiskers. So do you see anything bird whiskers here? Any of that in the database? The only birds are Tweety and Tolly, and the cat is the one that has the whiskers. So what's gonna happen is that since whiskers is not a bird according to the database, the query fails, and those bird whiskers succeeds returning true. So this statement will return true. That means it succeeded to prove that bird is not. I'm sorry, that whiskers is not a bird. So this is not a bird. So now let's get deeper into the backtracking in Prolog. So backtracking is a fundamental mechanism in Prolog that allows the language to explore different possibilities to satisfy a query. So we explore different possibilities to satisfy a query. Prolog tries to find a solution by exploring the search page. So Prolog searches the database for a solution to the query. If Prolog encounters a failure, it backtracks to the last decision point and tries to an alternative path. So it backtracks to the last decision point and tries an alternative path. If it encounter a failure, I'm going to give you one example. So we're going to expand the database and we're going to add a rule to it. So the database, remember, was bird, Tweety, and then bird, Polly, and then cat, Whisker. So we're going to put dot. And remember, here you have to put dot. If you want to write it, you're going to have to put dot on the script as well. Okay, now we're going to add a rule to it. The rule is going to say can fly capital X, and then we're going to do colon dash bird X, capital X, and then we're going to put a comma, and then the negation symbol plus cat X. And then, of course, we're going to put a period at the end. So period here, here, and here. So what does the rule say? The rule can fly states that X can fly if X is a bird. So the rule states that X, capital X, can fly if it is a bird and X is not a cat. So on the first attempt, Prolog tries bird 20. So X, we're gonna put X. So we're gonna look at the whole database. So we look at first attempt, okay? First attempt. So it's gonna look at, okay, we're gonna look for the whole database. So X. So can fly X. So we're gonna be here, and then it goes to bird X. So the first bird is Tweety. So it's gonna look at bird Tweety. And it succeeds. Then it's gonna then we're gonna do a negation check. So it's gonna do plus, and then we're gonna do cat Tweety. Since Tweety is not a cat, because we see cat is the only Whisker is only the only cat, then this succeeds. So it succeeds. So the whole rule succeeds. That means that Prolog returns. So Prolog found a solution. Prolog returns X equals 20. So it found a solution. Okay, so we stop here. We stop here. That's backtracking, okay? So let's erase here. We're gonna do a second attempt. So second attempt. So it backtracks to bird poly. So it's gonna be here now. Bird poly. It succeeds because bird poly is a bird. Then we'll do that negation check again. So we're gonna do plus cat and then negation cat poly. Since poly is not a cat, it succeeds because we're negating poly. We're negating that we're negating that we're negating. So since poly is not a cat, it succeeds. So then Prolog returns capital X equals poly. Since so I don't see any more birds, so we have 1, 2. So bird 1 and bird 2. The only thing left is cat whisker. That means that since there are no more birds to check, Prolog stops having successfully found all solutions. So Prolog found all bird solutions. That's all I wanted to teach you on this video. So negation and backtracking are integral to how Prolog processes queries. Understanding these concepts helps in constructing efficient Prolog programs and interpreting their outputs. Negation as failure helps to deal with the absence of information, while backtracking allows Prolog to explore multiple possibilities and find all valid solutions to a given query. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.